Do you think you are influential at any capacity?
Oh Lord. As much as I will say no. To a certain extent, there is someone who is watching my story, who's actually following my story, seeing how I'm doing things, and he's like, wait a minute, he did this, so maybe I could do that. So in a sense, that's actually changed the perception of someone else's mind.
I would like to not blow my own horn, but I would like to think so. To some degree, I think what I do, there are people that I think look to my work and find inspiration in it. The person that I am generally as a father, as a creator in general. I think there's a ton of people that have come to me, who send me DMs, who always want to know my opinion on something. So in a way, I would like to believe somehow every one of us have a little bit of an influencer in us, as long as in your circle there is something that you're doing where you and your friends sort of each other's reference points.
I think I would love to be an influential person, guys. To be there, you know what I mean? But for good things and not for bad things only. Yeah, if I am, that's great. I don't believe it, but maybe someday I will be like, yes, I made it. But yeah.
I'd say that I used to be, but not anymore.
What happened?
I just got over fashion a bit, hey?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think I still am, but I used to be, yeah.
But what made you influential at the time, would you say?
I was very original. I dressed how I felt. I did not dress according to what society expects me to dress like. It wasn't necessarily that I'm a big girl, so I should dress in baggy clothes, or I shouldn't wear anything that's skimpy. I wore what I wanted to wear, and I dressed according to how I felt on that day. And I was very true to myself, so yeah.
I think in my career and for people that do look up to me, and with my own friends and people that I hang out with, I do think I have an influence. I think you have to believe in yourself. Because if you don't, then who will? I think we all influence someone out there. Someone looks up to us in one way or another.
Yes, because I get influenced by people that have 39 followers on Instagram, and it's cool. I love their content, I love what they're doing, I love who they are, and I follow them, and they influence me, so it's really a thing of what are you doing to contribute to the culture.
What I'd like to call influencers now is the term connectors, As long as you have a connection of people who can tell you true stories, I think you could rather call people connectors, find the right connectors rather than influencers. Because influencing people or a person goes deep. You have to touch their mind and the heart, as I said before. So as long as you have the right connection with somebody, you can influence them. But if you don't have the right connection, then it's just the shallow term influencer.
Everybody's influential, just to a certain degree. Your uncle is probably influential in your household, but outside he ain't shit. Or you're influential in your community and not like in a bigger scale in town. Some people are big in the city, not in the country. So it's degrees of influence, but everybody is influential nonetheless. So yes, everybody does qualify as an influencer. And so far as like formalizing it and make it a business, I think it's dope because now people are going from like getting free product into getting money, from money to endorsement deals. So it opens up communication to abroad, and it changes marketing, which is fascinating. How, especially within sneakers, you saw how sneakerheads took kicks from celebrities who were the main influencers. Now photographers are taking sneakers from sneakerheads. It's a power struggle. That's why people are mad, you see? Because it took what belonged to them for a long time and they were comfortable with it. But it's an evolution of pop culture. I like it.
You can be an influencer without having a large following on Twitter or on Instagram. You can be an influencer in your community, your workplace, your family, around people that you are with every day. So I think that's where we get it wrong. We look at how many followers you have on Instagram, how many retweets you get on Twitter, how many Snapchat views you get, and then we say that's an influence without actually looking at what the person has to bring to the table, how they're influencing people in other aspects of life. And you don't have to put it out there that I'm an influencer. It doesn't have to be on social media. Yeah.
How do you think they actually make this money though?
Because like all they're doing is taking black kids and they're like putting them on the spot, like, okay, we're giving you this. They don't even pay them, like, we're giving you this product, you need to get your fan base, because all these black kids, all these black influencers have like over 80,000 followers, you know what I mean? So their reach is a lot more wider than what these white companies are able to do. And they take those kids and put them on a platform, give them free clothes and all that shit, and then next thing you're an influencer, but you've done nothing influential.
I like what you touched on when it comes to black kids.
Yeah.
Do you think that the influencer lifestyle is something for black kids, or do you see that in the white community as well?
I feel like black kids gravitate more towards it because in general we just, number one, like free things, and we've never actually had anything of our own. So for us to have like huge companies come to you and be like, oh, we like your style and we want to work with you, for us that's a big deal. And they're not even like compensating you for your hard work, they're just giving you clothes instead of money so you can buy your own clothes, you know what I mean? So I feel like black kids gravitate towards that more because white kids already have what they need.
I think that it's unfortunate that some influencers choose to use the platforms that they have to perpetuate a lifestyle of consumerism. I know that everybody is in it for their own reasons, and they have every right to be, you know what I mean? But truly speaking, I think that there's more to us than just sneakers and dope cabs and nice cars,
Do you think brands get it right when it comes to influencing, especially young people?
Some brands get it right, some do not, mainly because the term influencer or influencing has been thrown around. It's all about how you connect with the person's heart, So you can't always just go with the person with the most following or the most recognized celebrity. So it's how do you communicate with the person's heart and mind. But some brands do tap into that and some don't. They just talk to people who have a mass following and think that if somebody posts it on Instagram, everybody's gonna flock to buy their brand. And that's just a matter of awareness, not influence.
Influencers are nothing more than just agents, spokespeople. We are the loudspeakers for these brands. How we can probably phrase the question is maybe that the ethical part of how brands are trying to spread these messages, you know what I mean? Then maybe we'll be talking about something. But as far as what brands are doing, just trying to sell their product and paying influencers to spread their message, I think
they're not always paying them though.
Yeah, and anyone who's taking a job without getting paid is a fool. You're a damn fool. Get your money, boo-boo.
Young black people are the most statistic and most influential people in the world. Simply because we're the main market, especially in like most continents, like America, not most, but America and Africa. We're the biggest consumers, and because of that, we influence each other. So it just makes sense that we're that, right? But now it's like, are you a driver of culture or do you want to produce culture? So it's up to you. If you want to just be an influencer and help other people sell their products, it's cool. But if you want to do more, take your influence and create your own product and redirect all that cool into your product so that your people don't have to like buy their esteem from other people, but can buy it amongst themselves.
So there we have it, guys. We have heard so many opinions and thoughts on influence, what it is to people, how influencers actually affect people's lives, whether it's from a brand perspective, whether it's from a lifestyle perspective, a career perspective, and I think the conclusion we can come to is that everybody is influential. All of us are influential. We affect somebody, somewhere, somehow. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. You don't even have to be on social media to be influential. You might influence somebody simply walking on the street, you know? So there we have it, guys. Influence. It's been real. Look out for the next episode from me, Masola.